Nowadays, with social media, it seems that everyone has hundreds of high-quality friendships. People post photos at parties, weddings, dinners, and every single one of them is full of happy people. This leads to a fake perception that everyone must have the same quantity and quality of friendships. And since this is rarely the case, most people end up feeling lonely. Feeling lonely is usually described as sadness because one has no friends or company, but this isn't entirely true. You can also feel lonely when you're surrounded with people. This happens, as far as I can tell, when the connections you share are not meaningful to you. To have meaningful connections, you need to share similar values with the people around you. For example, if you're someone who values personal growth and a healthy lifestyle, you will probably feel lonely in the company of people who live for the weekend and who drown themselves in vodka every Friday. To surround yourself with people who share similar values to yours, you need to be authentic and real. You're being authentic when your actions and words are congruent with your values. If you value health and fitness, you won't eat junk food and drink heavily every weekend. If you value hard work, you won't surround yourself with people who are constantly complaining about their jobs. When you act and speak what you value, you will immediately remove the people who don't share your similar values, and thus opening the door for people who have similar values to yours. The punchline is this: to feel connected with others, you need meaningful connections, and the foundation of this is sharing similar values with others. The cure for loneliness is to build friendships with people who value the same things you do. Now, the question is, how do you discover your values? By spending time alone and trying a lot of new things. Before I forget, I talk a lot about the importance of your mindset in this channel. That's why I decided to create a line of merch that's specifically designed to remind you that your mindset is everything. You can find this exclusive merch on the Improvement University online store. The items should appear below this video, or if they don't, just click the link in the description so you can grab your favorite piece of merch. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, posters, pillows, and more. Personally, I love my Mindset is Everything hoodie. So, back to the video. See, you are a social sponge. You absorb the behaviors, words, and yes, even the values of the people around you. It's only when you take a step back and reflect upon your life that you can choose what to value. Time alone will help you get to know yourself so you can both discover and decide what things really matter to you. Here's a brief exercise you can try. 1. Imagine where you want to be in 5 years. Let's say you want to have a family. 2. Now, think about what qualities you need to develop to achieve those goals. To build a family, you need loyalty, integrity, and generosity. These are either values you already have or that you need to build. 3rd, embody those values. Be loyal, show integrity, and practice generosity. Also, look for people who practice these same traits. You can also try a bunch of different experiences that seem interesting to you. You can sign up for yoga retreats, join a theater club, hit the gym, join cooking classes, and so on. Dare to be alone in order to find connections later on. These experiences will give you feedback about what type of activities you find interesting. From there, you can join more groups related to those activities and start making new friends with people who value the same things you do. Don't be afraid of being lonely or spending time alone for a period in your life. Be afraid of not being authentic and not speaking your truth. Be afraid of not finding your values and therefore not standing for anything in your life. Here are some important points to take into account. 1. Choose quality of relationships over quantity of relationships. Choose people you can trust and who trust you. As far as I can tell, the quality of a relationship can be described as how aligned both of your values are. It also depends on the respect and kindness both of you show to each other. It's also important to take into account the length of the relationship. Usually, relationships that have lasted for years are very fulfilling. Even though people's paths usually go in separate directions, there's something fulfilling about knowing that another person still values your company after so much time. The more time you spend getting to know another person, the richer the connection is. Connection is all about depth. Loneliness is all about lack of depth. The second point is that the more time you spend with others, the less time you spend with yourself. As I said before, you can't avoid being influenced by the people around you. Your environment shapes a big part of your behavior. The more you are surrounded with the same kind of people, the faster you will adopt their behaviors. Spending time alone gives you the space to see your life from afar and see if it's going the way you want. Being alone removes outside influences that could be deviating you from the path you want to take in life. That said, the reason why I have few close friendships is that I want my inner circle to support the life I want to build. I prefer quality over quantity. I want the influences in my life to be positive. By the way, if you're interested in making more friends, make sure to check out my playlist How to Make Friends Everywhere You Go. I will leave the link in the description of this video. I'm someone who values loyalty and honesty, so as soon as someone lies or betrays me, I remove them from my life. I value integrity, therefore I only keep people in my life who match their words with their actions. I also value peace, and thus I don't tolerate people who are constantly creating drama. Paradoxically, the more people I have removed from my life, the more connected I feel with the people who are still with me. So, to summarize the video, the antidote to loneliness is creating deep connections. To do this, you need to create relationships with people who share similar values with you. The way you discover your values is by trying new experiences and by spending time by yourself. Also, as life goes on, people's priorities and values can change. This means that people that you hang out with today might not be forever in your life, and that's fine. As your values evolve, your surroundings will do as well, and this includes the people around you.